Good morning, friends. I hope that you're following along with our Advent devotional as we're coming through this Advent season. If you don't have one, again, we can get you a copy. If you'd like a hard copy, just contact the church office at 717 273 7111. Yeah, that's right. Or shoot us an email. Our emails are listed on the website, or you can find a digital copy that you can follow along with at www.lebanonpachurchofthebrethren.com. So on Sunday, we're going to be in 2 Samuel chapter 22, verses 26 through 29. The passage is this. This is a word from the prophet Samuel. To the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To the blameless, you show yourself blameless. To the pure, you show yourself pure. But to the devious, you show yourself shrewd. You save the humble, but your eyes are on the haughty to bring them low. You, Lord, are my lamp. The Lord turns my darkness into light. Friends, where we are in the story in 2 Samuel chapter 22 is David has become the king. And David, as a servant of the Lord, did his best work whenever the Lord's light was shining upon his feet, and he was following the Lord with faithfulness. His worst work, his greatest failures came whenever David walked away from the Lord and fell down into his own devices. This is what happened, for instance, with the story of David, Uriah, and Bathsheba. David was supposed to be out with God's people, leading the armies. Instead, he stayed behind, was left to his own devices, saw Bathsheba bathing from the roof, brought her into his home, killed her husband Uriah after he impregnated Bathsheba, and this just triggered a whole mess of problems. It's also what happened when he didn't do what he was supposed to do with his son and his daughter. When there was strife in his own household, which led to the uprising of Absalom. And this is really what happened with Saul. Saul never kept his eyes on God whatsoever. Saul was prideful. He was handsome. He was tall, as I write in my devotional for Sunday. He was everything the people of God wanted, whereas David was the opposite. He was the youngest in his family. He was scrawny. He was the runt. He was the one who wasn't out fighting on the field of battle, but Samuel was sent to anoint David in order to have David be the one that brings the light to the people as the new king. But it took a long time to get there. And I want you to be thinking about your own life and struggles that you go through as a person who tries to follow after the Lord. How many times have you gone into a situation of trouble without praying to the Lord, without consulting Jesus and what Jesus would have you do, without reckoning and recognizing what the examples and teachings of Jesus tell us to do? And how often, when that has been your way, have you found yourself stumbling in the dark? We have to let the Lord be a lamp upon our feet. We have to let the Lord guide us. And that is really what the buildup of Advent is all about. The buildup as the light gets brighter and brighter and brighter until Christmas Eve, when we finally light the Christ candle and welcome Jesus once again in our celebration of his birth. So friends, as you think about that, I just want you to continue to pray and keep your eyes on Jesus. We'll see you on Sunday.